One command above. This is your reload drill.
It is not often
Above. Any questions?
the public has the opportunity to see the training that the Chattanooga SWAT team puts in each week.
Shooter ready.
But Channel 3 was granted permission to follow them
Up.
at their Moccasin Bend Training Center.
The more of our tactics and information gets out there, it's easier for somebody to prepare for what we may do as in law enforcement. It's not the fear we don't want you to know what we're doing. We don't want what we're training and working very hard to do. It's a matter of life and death for us.
The all-volunteer squad consists of Chattanooga police officers who have been with the department for a minimum of 3 years. Annually, the SWAT team responds to no less than 40 situations involving barricaded suspects and high-risk warrants.
Depending on who the subject is or the nature of the warrants, for instance, if it is a narcotic search warrant, what is the history of that subject they're wanting in that investigation? You know, do they have prior histories of using guns? Do they have assault on law enforcement?
Each emergency call comes with a unique situation requiring a well-thought-out and rehearsed reaction, at least as best as can be determined.
She'll make sure you're all right, man.
A community like Chattanooga, we have a little bit of everything, and so we have to be prepared to do whatever, which is one of the great things about our job is that you just never know what you're going to be involved in.
What? Chattanooga Police SWAT.
We try to train for everything that we can think of outside of the norm and practice it so we have some experience with it.
Let's see your hands. Let's see your hands.
Recent headlines about mass shootings have humbled the nation, while citizens and lawmakers grapple with and argue over the appropriate steps to take. Law enforcement agencies across the nation are using these instances to quickly adjust their plan of action.
It's sad that we have to have these events, but we want to learn and get better. And what can we do? You know, we have to almost go from what if that happens to when it happens here, have we prepared for it? And I think we learn from each event that happens across the country, we have takeaways to better serve the community and help these victims in those type of incidents.
This training exercise in downtown Chattanooga is preparing the SWAT team for different tactics in an active shooter situation.
Chattanooga SWAT, we're not going anywhere. Just need you to come talk to us.
Mistakes will be made here, but that is something the leadership is okay with.
It's tough to stand in front of the entire team and say I screwed up, or I missed this, or I missed that, and I think that that's one of the things that is a big part of our learning, is to be able to see a senior guy go, you know what, I did miss that corner, or you know, I should have picked this up, or I should have done that. And if it gets everybody doing that, then I think we're more apt to learn from our mistakes and learn from other people's mistakes and grow as a team.
And if you hear gunshots, then it goes to hostage rescue.
Most encounters in a SWAT situation bring law enforcement and the general public together in a dramatic and sometimes tragic fashion. It's not easy for anyone involved. The events can take a physical and maybe more significantly mental toll on these men and women.
It is tough when you go home trying to share that with your family and them having a full concept of really what you're dealing with. But the good, you know, the spin-off of it is that, especially amongst the SWAT team, we're a tight group, and we're able to talk about the things that we experience, the things that went across the country, and we understand each other.
But at the end of the day, the members of the Chattanooga SWAT are here because they are sworn to protect their neighbors. They are part of this community 24 hours a day.
At the end of the day, we're just like any other individual. We have no superpowers. You know, we're the same that we get up and we take care of our kids. We send our kids to school and we go do our job just like anybody else.
Big shout out to photojournalist Chris Bryant for shooting that and putting that together, just to kind of give you a glimpse at the all-volunteer Chattanooga SWAT team. Yeah, set an average career span of a SWAT about 10 years, because they just developed such a brotherhood, so they just they keep going to take care of each other and their community.
And just like you said, while what they see and endure is difficult, they have each other and kind of lean on one another. We are certainly glad that they are here. Yeah.